December 5th, 2015. That is the day that I downloaded and started playing Marvel Contest of Champions. That's right, I'm that big of an MCOC nerd that I could tell you the exact day that I started playing this game. And the only reason I know that is because I started playing this game on Android, and there was some Google Play Store achievement tracking app that I didn't download, it was just default on my phone. But of course, it kept track of different achievements in games, and there was some super easy achievement to get that, of course, it was basically just downloading the game. It was like, hey, hit level 2 or open your first crystal, something like that. And the date on it was December 5th, 2015. Here we are 3 years later. Can't believe I'm still playing this game, but I am still playing the game, still enjoying it, and I figure it's time for another progression update. And I say another because if you've been following this channel long enough, then you know that I used to do progression updates all the time. I used to try to do them every single month. In fact, if you look back at the first video that I ever uploaded to this channel, it is my MCOC free-to-play progression video 1. I'm pretty sure I just left that title like the default of whatever I had the file saved as when I rendered that thing out. Because man, what a sweet title that is, right? Which I can't believe it has 10,000 views on it. When I uploaded it, it had like 50 views on it, and I'm pretty sure like 35 of those were from myself. Because there's nothing impressive in that video. I've been playing the game for like 6 months at the time, and my top champion was a 3-star. I didn't have a 4-star champion yet. I was just playing pretty casually with a few real-life friends of mine. It was like 4 of us in total, and because of that, we were struggling to do map 1 of Alliance Quest. There was nothing special going on, but I think it's fun to track progression, so I recommend everybody make a progression video like that. It's been a while since I've made one. If we search the channel here, we can see the last one I made was the 22-month progression update. So not even the 2-year mark. It's been over a year since my last progression update. So I'm going to be a little bit rusty at this, but let's give this a shot here, shall we? I'm going to be going over the following categories: my summoner rating, including all the stats in my profile and that kind of thing. Be going over my top champions and some of the more unique champions in my roster as well. Going to talk about masteries, and this one is going to be a little bit different than past videos. I've made a new spreadsheet here where I'll be I've added up all the units that I need to unlock all the masteries in the game. I have most of them unlocked, but there's still a bunch that I don't have unlocked, and there's still a surprisingly high number of units that I need to unlock all of those masteries. And of course, we have the spreadsheets for the champions and all the normal spreadsheets. I'll be going over the key items in my inventory, the crystals, all the many crystals that I have up there. I'll be going through as many of those as I possibly can. I mean, there's a lot, right? And questing progression as well. And before we get into all of that, the usual little statement here at the beginning of all these free-to-play progression updates is that, of course, I am free to play in this game. I have not, and I will never spend any money in this game, at least not on this account. I say that because maybe at some point I'll start up a second account. Who knows? But at this point, the only secondary account that I ever started up was for a 24-hour challenge, and that was also free to play. If we go over to the unit store here, this is my best way of proving that I am free to play, which I don't know how good of proof this actually is, but it's all I got, really. This Peter Parker's wallet bonus offer is still here, and I've been told that if you've ever spent any money in this game, whether it's on units or even that $1 community choice crystal that was released last year, no matter what you spent money on, if you spent money, then this Peter Parker's wallet bonus offer will disappear from your account. I've never tested that theory, and I probably won't ever test that theory. If somebody else wants to test it and let me know the results, cool. But yeah, that's really all I got. But it's not really about spending money or not spending money. It's just, this is the way that I have the most fun in the game. There's a couple of other rules, including the fact that I do not accept any gifts of any kind. If somebody were to send me items, which is why I don't add people to my friends list. I don't want somebody accidentally sending over items thinking they're helping me out. But if that should happen, if like an alliance mate sends something over, I have in the past, and I will continue to flush any of those items, meaning I will sell those items, and you know, whatever minor amount of gold comes from those items, from selling like a boost or something like that, I will donate that gold to the Alliance. And the third rule to my imaginary list of rules here is that I can only be part of an alliance that I can pull my own weight in. And these days, my account is it's pretty up there. So, most alliances I'll be just fine in. But in the past, it wasn't always like that. In the past, before I started getting Tier 4 class Catalyst, for example, I needed to be part of an alliance that kind of worked their way up there and got that kind of thing. That rule doesn't mean a whole lot these days, since I've been in 4 Loki for over 2 years now. 4 Loki used to be that alliance that could not get Tier 4 class Catalyst. We kind of just grinded our way up there over a long amount of time here, over the past couple of years. But all right, let's get into some of those things I was talking about. So summoner rating, check this out, exactly 1 million rating. I could go a little bit higher, not much. I could push this up maybe like an extra couple thousand rating, as you'll see once we get into some of my inventory. But I mean, it's just so cool to have it exactly 1 million, right? I'm gonna try to leave it there as long as possible, and by as long as possible, I mean until the end of the day, because there's a level up event on, and can't pass up the free units that I can get from this level up event. When you don't spend money, you got to get these units wherever you can. So yeah, these 25 units, they add up over time. And I will certainly be leveling up a champion today. But for now, exactly 1 million rating. My top champions, I have 4 of them in the profile. I mean, of course, I don't know why I said that everybody has 4 champions in the profile, but they're all rank 5, 5-star champions. And we'll go take a look at the rest of the champions that I have a little bit later. I'm not going to break down all of these stats, but a couple notable ones that I'll point out is the PvP fights won. So 255,000, which is a lot. I'm sure I'm going to get questioned about how much time I've invested into this account, how much time I've spent playing this game, and the best way I can kind of tell you how much time I've been playing this game is over 3 years is 1,095 days. And if we divide this PvP fights 1 number divided by 3 for a single match of the arena, and then divide that by the total number of days that I've been playing this game, it comes out to a little bit under 80 rounds of arena every single day. On average, of course. There are those crazy days where I've grinded hundreds of rounds in a single day, and then some other days where I haven't spent any time in the arena at all. But on average, considering all of those things, it's a little bit under 80 rounds per day. It's like 77 or something like that. I can't remember the exact number. So yeah, that's how much time I spend playing this game. Highest PvP win streak of 1,051. I think that was during the Red Skull arena. Pretty sure that was one of the last featured champions I went for. Not the last, but one of the last. All right, moving on. We can check here the leaderboard here for total base hero rating. I'm currently ranked 657 in the game, which is kind of crazy. I never expected to get this high on the leaderboard. My goal was kind of top 1,000, and I'm getting to a point where I'm almost top 500, which will be really cool if I can break into that top 500. You can see top 100 currently is still very far out of reach. It's almost 1.2 million at this point. And if we go all the way back up to the very top of the leaderboard here, you can see it's, man, blows my account out of the water at 1.6 million. Pretty nuts, but that's pretty cool. All right, let's go take a little bit of a closer look at some of the champions on my account here. So we'll sort this by rank, and we'll start with the 6-star champions. So I have 9 6-star champions at the moment. None of them are awakened. None of them are rank 2. They're all just rank 1, level 25 champions. Nothing too crazy here, but certainly some good 6-stars. That Gladiator Hulk has come through in certain situations and helped me out quite a bit. Sabretooth, decent. Nebula, Kingpin, like most of these champions. I don't need to name all of them. Most of them I'm pretty happy with. I feel like I haven't gotten anyone like super insanely powerful, but they're all really good and useful. All right, so 5-star champions. I have 5 of them at rank 5. Medusa, Stark Spidey, Omega Red, Void, and Hyperion. Hyperion's the newest rank 5. Out of all of these, the only one that is Sig 200 out of all of my 5 stars, period, is this Stark Spidey, which we'll get to looking at a spreadsheet in just a second. Do a quick little scan down the list of 5 stars here. I have 78 in total. It's going to take a while before I can get my next rank 5 stars, since I just ranked up Hyperion pretty recently here. Moving on to the 4-star champions. I have a bunch that are rank 5. There's 33 that are rank 5, and I think I have 122 in total. I'll scan down this a little bit quicker. The only champions that are missing are basically the newer champions that get added to the game. I don't grind for any of the 4-star features, but every time they come through the basic, I will pick them up just to add them to my roster, just because it's fun collecting them. At this point, that's one of the most fun things to me, is just collecting as many champions as possible. I'm not really too worried about getting like the most powerful ones. They'll come over time, but just kind of collect them all is fun. This Thanos here, I got this Thanos. This is one of my trophy champions that I have at rank 1, level 1 still, and he's probably going to stay that way for a while. Rank 1, level 1, I got him during the Act 5, Chapter 4 Legends race, where you had to put up one of the 100 fastest times getting through there. And I don't remember my exact rank. It was like 26 or 29 or something like that. But I live streamed it. I'm pretty sure I was the fastest one out of all the people live streaming it. So that was pretty cool, and that was probably the most fun I've ever had in this game, was kind of going through that challenge. And I'm looking forward to if Kabam does another one of those for Act 6. It'll be pretty cool to try again and see how well I can do there. All right, we're going to skip the rest of these. I mean, the 3-star champions, I've got all the 3 stars except for the Red Deadpool, since Red Deadpool is only available for money. There's a few of them that I haven't leveled up yet, but I'll level them up slowly over different level up events. The 2 stars, I'm sure I'm missing a bunch of unique 2 stars, but we'll do a quick little scan here, just in case anyone's curious about any of these. There's a lot of ways to get some of the more unique 2-star champions that you can't really get anymore. But Kabam, they always like re-release the unique ones over time. So if you've missed out on any of them, I'm sure there'll be ways to get them going forward. And then the 1-star champions, I got 10 of those. I think there's like 12 in existence or something, and 2 of them you can only get through like some collector crystal that is released around the holidays. But all right, let's go check out some spreadsheets. I'll start with the 5-star spreadsheet here. This is basically my way of tracking signature levels and the champions that are still missing from my collection, both of those things. So the champions that are missing from my collection, they are highlighted in red here. You can see for the 5 stars, there's a decent amount of red on these spreadsheets compared to the lower level ones, of course. There's a lot of champions that I don't have in this game, a lot of very notable ones. Like I was never able to get Blade, Corvus, Ghost, some of the more popular options at the moment. Missing out on all those. And I only have 1 champion that's at max signature ability, which is my Stark Spidey. The other champions that come close, Medusa is at Sig 180, Void is 169, and Omega Red is 147. No one else even comes close to those champions. Alright, 4 stars, a little bit better. There's nowhere near as much red. There's still definitely some champions I'm missing. It's all just the new champions that have hit the game, and I haven't that haven't gone through the basic arena yet, because I don't grind for any of the feature champions. You know, there's no way I'm going to be putting up 15 million to get a 4-star champion just to add them to my collection, because I'm not going to use them at this point. But I do want to add all of the champions to my collection when they come through the basic arena, and it doesn't take that many rounds to get each of the champions. If you're only using like maxed out 4-star champions in that arena, it's really not too bad to put up a few million points. So I just wait for them to hit the basic. Those are the only champions that are missing. All the other champions in the game as far as 4 stars I have. Oh, I forgot to talk about the excluded champions though. So For 4 stars, Red Deadpool, I'll never get him since he was only ever available for money in this game, or to unlock his arena, you had to spend money, that type of thing. Gold Pool, of course, is not available as a 4-star, only a 5-star. Same thing with Ultron in the Labyrinth. You can see the 5 stars. There's still quite a few that are missing. This will probably change over time because they've just started recently adding some of the champions that weren't available as 5 stars, like Abomination, Electro, Black Widow. Those champions all used to be listed down here, but now they're actually in the game as 5 stars. So maybe they'll go back and update them. Or continue to update those ones. But anyway, back to the 4 stars. I have 71 of these that are max signature ability. I need 64 more of them that are not maxed. And of course, these numbers just constantly go up as new champions get released. I need 4,750 signature levels before all of these guys are maxed out. And yeah, it's just kind of fun to track this stuff. I don't know why, guys. I think I have a problem. But when it comes to the 3-star champions, it looks even better. You could see, oh, this spreadsheet is looking so nice and clean, guys. I'm not missing any of the 3-star champions except for the champions that I have excluded down here. There is no Kang and Thanos as a 3-star. They're only available as 4 and 5 stars at the moment. Of course, no Labyrinth Ultron, no Gold Pool, and no Red Deadpool. Same thing behind a little bit of a paywall here. It's like the only paywall in the game, so I don't really mind it. Not getting to use one champion. When I get to use all the rest of these for free, it's totally fine by me. 111 of them are maxed out. Only 22 of them are not maxed, and it's typically the newer champions like Omega Red here. I only have them at Sig 3 compared to, you can see just like entire lists of champions all at Sig 99. So that's pretty cool. I'm a little bit under 2,000 Sig levels needed to fully max out all the 3 stars, and eventually I'll hit a point where a new champion will come out, and I'll just be ready with a bunch of Sig stones and ready to like max them out right away. And get like max Sig ability crystals every time I pull a 3-star. So it's pretty cool. The 2 stars, it's a little bit different. I don't include every 2-star here. This spreadsheet hasn't changed in, I guess, years at this point. Because the only thing I wanted to know about this spreadsheet, and the whole reason why I kind of started doing this, all these spreadsheets, is because I wanted to know kind of what my chances are at pulling a champion that was already at max signature ability, so I can get a max signature ability crystal. All of these 2 stars, like these are the 2 stars that are available in the premium hero crystal and the 2-star hero crystal, that type of thing. So every time I open up one of those, I have all of those champions maxed out. I also included Unstoppable Colossus in here. Just because he was maxed out, so I was like, alright, let's throw him in there. But I think there's 35 in total that are in those crystals, and they're all maxed out, so I always get a max signature ability when it comes to that type of thing. Alright, let's take a look at the new mastery spreadsheet, and I'm going to need to hop back in game to explain that one for a second. So my idea with masteries is that I want to unlock all the masteries in the game, and I have most of them unlocked. The masteries that people would actually want to use, most of them are unlocked. Like Deep Wounds, I only have 1 point in it at the moment, but every rank of it is unlocked. If I wanted to, I could max out Deep Wounds. And by the way, this mastery build is only a temporary mastery build, just because they recently changed the parry mastery, and right now it's free to recover and spend your mastery points. So this is just a temporary build. This is not the build that I normally run, but I wanted to show this still, just to show that most of these are unlocked. But every once in a while, you'll find something that's not fully unlocked. Like if we look at Suture up here, and clicking this little info button, you can see next to the 3rd rank, there's a little lock icon. And it doesn't tell you what it costs to unlock it here, but I'm pretty sure it's 1 carbonadium core. I'm pretty sure I know the price for all these different masteries. So there's a few things like that that are not fully unlocked. And then there's some of these class masteries that that actually are useful, but I still don't have these unlocked either. This is Mystic Dispersion. I only have the 1st rank of it unlocked. I used to have all 5 ranks unlocked, but Then there was a change to Mystic Dispersion. They refunded a bunch of units and loyalty, and I spent that units and loyalty on other things. So yeah, I have to save up some units and re-unlock this mastery. But alright, let's go back to the spreadsheet now, and I'll show you how I'm keeping track of this stuff. Alright, so the list is pretty short of things that are missing from my account here. Mutagenesis, Collar Tech, Serum Science, Cosmic Awareness, Mystic Dispersion. 5 out of the 6 class masteries I don't have unlocked, not completely at least. And some of them are further along than others. I only need 44 more of the Science class mastery course to fully unlock Serum Science. But the only one I have fully unlocked right now is the skill one. Which the skill one is pretty useless too, so there's no real reason that I had that one, but you know, just kind of trying to work my way through all of them basically. Suture, again, I need the final rank of that, Suture 3. Pittance and Prosperity, those are the gold masteries where you get additional gold, a very, very, very minor amount of additional gold. But I don't have ranks 2 and 3 unlocked of those, and I think each one of those ranks requires 1 Stony Mastery, so I think I'll need 2 more Stonies for each of those to max them out. And I still need a whopping 17,410 units to invest into these masteries to have all of them unlocked, which, before I made the spreadsheet, I thought I was closer than that to maxing all these guys out. I was surprised that it was this high of a unit total. There's nothing that I need right now. I never run any of these 3 masteries. Cosmic Awareness is basically totally useless at this point in the game. Same thing for most of these. But still, I want to be able to unlock them all just for, you know, in case one champion works particularly well with one of these things, or there's a situation where I need to use it and I want to test it out to make a video or something like that. So I'm going to try to unlock these things. And this is kind of one of my next goals with my units, since I don't really need to spend units on too much in this game these days. I'll just try to slowly kind of work my way through these different class masteries and yeah, eventually these other masteries as well. But I thought it was pretty cool to keep track of it like this. And this is the first time I've done a spreadsheet on on these before. That's enough of the spreadsheets for right now. Let's go check out my inventory. I'll actually start with the catalysts. So in terms of catalyst, I have half of a tier 5 basic. This is the biggest resource in the game at the moment, the biggest rank up material in the game, tier 5 basic catalyst. There are no tier 5 class catalysts. I'm sure that's going to be the next thing that gets added. But for now, it's tier 5 basic, and you need 2 of them to rank 5 a 5-star, or 3 of them to rank 2 a 6-star. So yeah, I'm only at half of one right now, so it's going to be a little while. The next biggest resource is the tier 2 alpha catalyst, which I have 3 of at the moment, and I'm just going to be sitting on those. I'm not going to rank up anyone until I'm ready to take up my next 5-star to rank 5 or 6-star to rank 2, and I'll make sure that I have enough alphas to be able to do that whenever I get the tier 5 basic. Alright, let's go to the items now. And some of the bigger items that I have to my name at the moment is this, you know, 5-star Tech Awakening Gem. I also have a 5-star, where is it? There we go, 5-star Cosmic Awakening Gem. These are the only 2 5-star Awakening Gems I have. I don't have any generic ones or any of the other class types. Something that's kind of cool about the 4-star generic Awakening Gem, before I move on, is I like to have at least one of these at all times, just so I could see exactly how many champions of my 4-stars are not awakened. So there's only 12 in my account here that are not awakened. I don't get them a second time when they come through the arena. I just make sure to get them the first time, just to add them to my roster. And if I ever need to awaken them, well, I have a couple of these gems that I'm holding on to. And I do have some for most of the 4-star classes. Alright, moving on. The only other real notable things to talk about in my inventory here are these rank up gems. So I have this 2 to 3 rank up gem for Cosmic Champions that came out of the Ultron's Assault variant difficulty. I've got this 3 to 4 Mystic gem that came from the same place. And then these 2015 rank up gems. The Mutant rank up gem and a Science one. I had a Cosmic one, but I ranked up Venom to rank 4 with that. And then, of course, these are some of those class mastery cores, but I already factored in having these contributing towards the goal of unlocking all of the masteries in the game. Alright, so that's pretty much it for my inventory. Let's move on to the crystals. And crystals, oh man, I don't know how we're gonna do this, guys. I have way too many crystals. I have to pop open some crystals. I'm not gonna be doing it in this video, of course, but yeah, I got a lot of these things. I'm holding on to a few of these Alliance War boost crystals. No reason to pop these things. This is kind of my way of getting beyond the limit of what you can hold in your inventory for those special 3-minute boosts. Got this spooky crystal from Halloween. I don't know, 2-star crystals here. Summoner appreciation from who the hell knows when. A bunch of glory crystals, war crystals, map 1 and 2 crystals. I think those came from some kind of compensation that Kabam sent out. Ooh, these holiday crystals. These are actually 2015 holiday crystals. These are the oldest crystals I have in my account. I don't think I'll ever pop these things open. They gave them out every 9 hours back then, and I just started playing the game, so these probably could have benefited me quite a bit back then. But, you know, I've always been a bit of a crystal hoarder, even before I started making YouTube videos for this game. So I still have those things. A bunch of different tiers of class catalyst, fragment crystals, all kinds of free crystals. These are actually the original free crystals. I have over 1,000 of those. These are the original daily crystals. We've got 285 of those. Some friendship crystals. These are the new uncollected free crystals that I have 700 of. 250 of the new daily crystals. Bunch of gold crystals that I'm saving for summoner appreciation to pop open. A bunch of boost crystals. There's the egg that will never be opened. I wish I could open it up. It just doesn't let me open it. I try to open this egg every single night at the end of my live streams, but the game just won't let me. I've got some Ascendant crystals, Lesser Ascendants, War Victor crystals, different map crystals, the Community Choice crystal. This crystal's never getting opened either. This is a really cool thing that Kabam let me be part of. They let me pick the nodes. They let me pick a champion and the nodes for that champion, along with 5 other people. And I picked Rocket, and I nicknamed him Flare Shield Rocket because of the nodes that I picked. And yeah, I think that was so cool that Kabam let me be part of that. So I've never popped open that crystal, and I will never pop open that crystal as a result. Got a few 4-star Awakening Gem crystals, bunch of max Sig ability crystals for different star levels. Here's the spring egg. Honestly, this egg's just trying to be the egg, but it's not the egg. But, you know, it likes to hang out with the egg, so I leave it there. Support team crystal that came from when the servers went down one time. A bunch of ultimate crystals that I get for the Alliance 3-day events whenever 4 Loki ranks in the top 3. A couple of Sigstone crystals, tier 4 class catalyst crystals, some arena crystals, some boost crystals, a lot of crystals. In other words. Alright, moving on. I've got a bunch of 5-star shards saved up at the moment. I have enough 6-star shards to open up a 6-star crystal as well. I don't have a ton of premium hero crystals because I actually pop those things open just periodically. I don't make videos for them anymore, but I do pop them open to help me score in certain events, which I'll make another video about. 3-star crystals. No, I don't really have anything for the 4 stars. I think I popped those all open recently for some ISO. But yeah, I'll have to do a big 5-star opening one of these days pretty soon as I get some more shards there. These special crystals here, I've got a bunch of these Pim crystals, Lesser Solos, 3-star Death Crystal that I just held on to because it looks so cool. Like the animation itself of the crystal. These things are pretty sweet looking. Alright, let's go back. X-Force crystals, cinematic crystals, greater solos, a bunch of login crystals. I don't even know which champions are in these things. I'll pop them open eventually. Alright, and that's it. That's it for my crystals right there. And then, of course, I have a bunch of battle chips saved up at the moment, a little over 1 million, so soon I'm going to have to pop those things open and get some units out of those. I'll wait for the 20% gold summoner appreciation boost to happen before I pop them open, though. Oh, and actually, I've got enough dungeon artifacts here to get a dungeon crystal. I just don't know if I want to get a dungeon crystal from this batch or a future batch. But I might also pick up this crystal right here that has a 5-star Corvus or 5-star Captain Beardo in it. I think it'd be pretty cool to get one of those. So maybe I'll pick this up. Who knows? But for now, it's kind of like just holding on to an extra 5-star crystal right there. Alright, moving on to the questing progression. This is going to be pretty quick. Currently, everything is done in the game. Everything. All of the story content, there's 5 acts in the game currently. Pretty soon, Kabam's going to add Act 6, but we don't know exactly when. And whenever they add Act 6, I'll try my best to get through it as quickly as I can. For the event quests, the variant difficulty of Ultron's Assault, that is done. The one thing that's not done, and I haven't done at all yet, is this Ultron's Assault Classic difficulty, because I wasn't playing the game when this was initially released, and I haven't had enough energy to go through and you know, get the units. I'm sure there's some units here as well. Yeah, there's some units there. So eventually I'll go through and get that, but I'm not really in any rush because these rewards, they're not exactly super compelling. But yeah, Road to Labyrinth is 100% explored. Labyrinth of Legends is 100% explored, and of course, you know, Realm of Legends is 100% explored many times over because it's kind of fun going through there. But all that stuff is done. So yeah, in terms of questing progression, everything is currently done in the game. It's the biggest reason that I keep playing it really is because of the Alliance-related things. Don't want to click in any of this stuff. Season 6 is about to start up. Today's like the first day of Season 6, actually. And yeah, it's pretty fun going through and trying to rank as high as possible with my Alliance. I've grown pretty close to those guys. And there's one last thing I want to go over real quick before I put this very long video to rest, which is the overall free-to-play progression spreadsheet thing here. This is a bunch of categories they used to keep track of that doesn't really make sense anymore. You can see I started, the first one ever was at 5.5 months in. And then we went to all the way up to 19 months in using this kind of same format. And then I realized a bunch of things don't really make sense, like summoner level. It's going to be 60 forever, right? So there's no reason to keep track of this one, and a few other categories were the same way. So then I changed it, and for the last 2 updates, I had it looking like something like this, 20 and 22 months. But even some of these categories don't really make all that much sense anymore. It's just not as fun to keep track of. Like Story Quest, they're at 100%. They're always going to be at 100%. Whenever Kabam comes out with new content, I'm just waiting for that content, and I'm going to jump on it right away and try to get through it. Labyrinth, it was really cool and fun to keep track of. My Labyrinth progression, especially when I had, no paths done. And it took me forever to do my first path after Labyrinth was released, just because I wasn't ready for it at the time. And then I did my first path, and that was awesome. And then it took me a long time to do a second path. I'm not even sure exactly when, since I stopped doing these updates. But it took me a long time to do my second path. But then after that, I pretty much just plowed through the rest of it, and Labyrinth was done, and it's always going to be done. So yeah, these spreadsheets, they don't exactly make a ton of sense anymore. And then I'm always going to have to be updating this to add like 6-star champions, and who knows when Kabam's gonna add 7-star champions. So yeah, these spreadsheets, they're dead, guys. I'm not gonna update these anymore, but I figured I'd talk about it in this video since some people are just used to me ending the video with this overall spreadsheet. So yeah, there it is. Sorry to disappoint some of you that wanted to see some kind of progression here, but I think it's time to end this video now, because this video is it's a long one. I don't even know how long it is. I gotta edit this thing, but if you made it this far into the video, you're a trooper. What could I say? Thank you very much for watching, and well, I'll see you guys in the 4-year update, I suppose, or the nightly live stream, whichever comes first. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.